Hey everybody, it's Queen of Light 1111. Hope you're all doing well. Wanted to come in and do a full moon reading for all of you because I just kind of feel like the collective energy feels a little heavy right now. It feels kind of dense. And so I wanted to come in and just take a look at what does feminine need to be releasing as related to her journey, and what does she need to release as related to her masculine, okay? And then we're going to look at the masculine's energy. What does the masculine need to release as related to his journey, and what does he need to release as related to his feminine? I'm going to do a connection reading on the King of Shadows channel. But I was going to do the masculine only on the King of Shadows, but because of the way these cards have come out, it really is going to benefit you from seeing the side by side. Okay, so it's very interesting, especially the images that we're getting in these Moonology cards. I wanted you guys to see it just all in one video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with the bottoms of the deck, okay? And we'll get started with Divine Feminine's energy. So Divine Feminine's bottom of the deck, it says new moon in Pisces. It's that energy of meditation and contemplation. So it's this energy for Divine Feminine. What Spirit is really saying is you've got to get it, like Pisces is a very, very emotional sign, right? It is a water sign. It's all about emotions. Okay, Pisces is also the moon. And so when you think about the moon and you think about Pisces and we're in a full moon, it's like these emotions are at a all-time high. So I really feel like the message right now for Divine Feminine is, look, ladies and gentlemen, connecting to the feminine energy, you must be in your logic, in your wisdom, in your intellect. You've really got to see through the things that are ego, seeing through, the emotions and the energies that, where you're bringing yourself down, where old habits are coming back up, overthinking is coming back up. And you've got to get into this energy of centering, back into the heart space in a more aligned manner, okay? Because what's happening is, instead of going within, instead of being in this energy of contemplation and using your wisdom, I think people are just like flowing in it, immersing in it, and getting lost in their emotion. And what is being required of Divine Feminines at this time, based on this being the bottom of the deck energy, is like, look, yes, sit in your heart space, be heart centered, but please, please, please be in your logic and in your wisdom too. Meditate from the heart, contemplate from this mastery of mind, because you are going to be deceiving yourself, right? If you are overly in your emotions, if you're overly in in one energy or the other, you have this you can definitely get into your distortion. So it's very important to see both sides of the heart and of the mind. It's also being very important for you to see where you are displaying self-sabotaging behaviors. So this full moon in Leo, stand in your courage, stand in your confidence, okay? Stand, sit in the heart space, but be very mindful about where you are in your heart space. Are you like heart centered and balanced, or are you overly emotional and distorting your intuition because of your ego? You have to check in on yourself. So what does Divine Feminine need to release on her spiritual journey right now? There's this energy of showing the world the real you. So full moon in Aquarius. When this full moon in Aquarius comes out, the card is all about detaching a little bit from a situation. If your Aquarius is that star card, it's an air sign. If you're too much in your head, Spirit is saying, because when you think about the star card, it's about something in the future, something that you're aligning for. So the cleansing is happening now. So Spirit is saying, hey, for your spiritual journey, detach a little bit if you're overly in your head. maybe someone's keeping you at arm's length, but maybe that's not a bad thing. You have to allow life to unfold and progress in the way that it should be. So get out of your head, get into your heart. Okay, there's this energy of space is okay. If someone is putting a little bit of a boundary on you or your connection, then you have to get into the energy. Instead of being frightened and triggered by it, allow it. Okay, because what's happening here is when you get into your head, you move towards this energy of victimization, 5 of Cups. You move towards the energy of loss and sadness, and you get overly emotional. You must allow the divine. Allow divine timing. Trust spirit. Trust yourself. Trust your higher self. What do you need to release as related to masculine? A win-win outcome is in the forecast. Full moon in Libra. All right, what do you need to release? That everything, we're going to come into union. No, please release the energy of an outcome. Okay? If your masculine has put a little bit of a pause in the connection, accept it, right? You're worthy, you're valuable, you don't lack anything, right? So this energy of, oh my God, we're not going to come into union, or are we going to come into union? Stop that, release that. Full moon in Libra is all about the sign of justice, truth, clarity, right? King of Swords is at the bottom of your deck. Spirit is really telling you in this reading, with Aquarius here, with Libra here, don't go into distorted thinking. Don't go into distorted masculine or feminine energy, right? Allow the space to occur. Trust the divine. Release as far as your masculine is concerned that, oh, we're going to come into union. We're going to come into union. No, release that. Release it. And remember that what is for you will never pass you by. And what is not meant for you, let it fall away. You have to look after yourself. You have to self-care, self-love. Okay, so this card here, this win-win outcome, you've got to stop relating the win-win to union with masculine. The win-win is the union with you. So it's about pulling back your energy from any exchange. 6 of Pentacles, keep that in mind. Pull back, 6 of Pentacles. If he's put a boundary or a pause in your connection right now, fine. You pull back too. Because you're worthy. You deserve someone who's going to be reciprocal with you, not someone you chase. So pull back for your own peace of mind, for your own harmony, for your own joy. Spirit is saying, pull back and allow. Maybe right now is not the time. Remember, I've been channeling Aries season. We're not in Aries season. So it just feels like, maybe a lot of you are in communication, or there's some small amount of communication, but not substantial. But it's like, hey, don't go into old patterns of, oh my God, we're communicating. This is it. Or, oh my God, we're communicating. Let me message him more than, he's messaging me. Let me show him more attention. No, those are old patterns that we've all grown out of. Be mindful. Release the overthinking and release the energy that the win on your spiritual journey is him. The win on your spiritual journey is you. Now let's look at the bottom of the deck for Divine Masculine. Be bold and make the first move. Okay, I'm not at all surprised that we got this card for him, especially given what we are seeing. So what does he need to release? What does he need to release? This energy of recklessness, this energy of moving too fast. I really feel like he's doing that. I feel like the old masculine would have just rushed in like the Knight of Wands, rushed in and done everything. This maybe feels a little new. He's slowing things down. He's taking charge. He's being bold, but he's not being reckless. Bottom of the deck is, guess what? Here's the Six of Pentacles. So everything that I'm channeling here, because it came out here in the feminine's energy, is to do with this feminine. He knows he needs to be bold and make the first move. He is very aware of that Judgment card. And just right now, he's feeling stuck. But that's what he needs to release. I cannot really move forward until I unstuck myself. I am helpless. I can't be bold. Cardinal signs are bold. Cardinal signs are fixed signs, right? The distortion of this particular card is like, I'm bossy, I'm controlling everything, and I'm going to do what I want to do, right? But that's the shadow part of this card. But what he needs to do is he needs to get into this energy of resolution, right? He needs to get into his power of resolution. And I feel like what he is doing is he's being passive. He's being passive about the exchange with his feminine. He's very aware. He's being passive about balancing things out to reconcile with his feminine because he's feeling stuck. So let's go ahead and take a look at his cards. What does he need to release just in general for his spiritual journey? He needs to release, look at this, conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. Anytime I see the eclipse card, it's always about some massive karmic cycle that needs to end, something major that's in someone's life that needs to go. So this energy here about this eclipse, which is about conclusions are within reach, he needs to stop getting into this energy of, okay, once this is over, then I can get back together with her. Because it's always the next thing. It's always the next thing. It's always like, I need a job. Okay, I need money. Okay, I need to do this. Okay, I need to do that. He needs to stop doing that. Full moon eclipse. He needs to just prepare himself because there is always going to be something externally that keeps him from his goal of divine feminine, right? He's got to release that all of these outside energies need to completely conclude before he comes forward. He needs to get back on track. He needs to go within. Maybe he shut the door completely on feminine before, and that energy he needs to release because he's too much at a stalemate, too much in this energy of if this, then that. And then he just does nothing. And that's what he's done with his queen. And he needs to be much more mature, developed, and established, and spiritually connected. So what does he need to release? He needs to release that, oh, I need to do this, then I can have her. I need to do this, and then I can get back together with her. I need to do this, and then I can talk to her. He needs to let go of all that crap. Because what Spirit is asking him to do is make the first move. Feminine is not going to chase you. Feminine is not going to chase you. So what does he need to release? This energy of this needs to conclude, then I can do this. Because all it does, it keeps him stuck with his divine feminine. And frankly, it keeps his maturity stuck. It keeps his development stuck. And a lot of it can potentially have to do with career. But I feel like that has to do with emotional maturity too. What does he need to release as related to his feminine? Look. A time to give rather than take. We got that Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. He needs to start giving than just taking. He has been in the energy perhaps for the majority of this connection where he has taken. He needs to be in this energy of service, selflessness, being reliable to his partner. Being healthy choices in food and relationships and, wellness. Because there is this union that he needs to be the King of Pentacles, the king to the queen. And it's just too caught up. It's too complicated. He's making it too complicated. And when he makes it too complicated, he ends up stringing along his feminine. He ends up confusing himself, confusing his feminine. He needs to give rather than take, right? Because he's been taking, and not giving. So look at these cards. Do you see how Divine Feminine's got this full energy? Aquarius, Libra, big air sign energy. And look at masculines, kind of dark energies, right? Got the eclipse here. You got the new moon. This Virgo energy, by the way, that's what this is too. Queen of Pentacles. So it just feels like something needs to happen. A conclusion needs to occur to his behavior, to his patterns, to his lifestyle, before anything can move forward with feminine in a reciprocal way. Because guess what? That's what he wants at the end of the day. He wants this Six of Pentacles. He wants that. That's why she's pulled back. She's like, oh, you're not going to give? You're not going to meet me halfway? I'm pulling back. And he feels that. And that's what tells me the Divine Feminine is in her power. So he knows he's got to finally release something. He's got to release the stalemate energy with his feminine, and he's got to grow up. It's time for him to give, not just take. There is this union. He is called to be the king, but he won't do it because he just keeps himself strung along. Like, let's string feminine, let's get complicated. No. So these are the energies that need to come up for release. So feminine, stay out of your head, stay in your powerful energy. Check yourself when you need to. Balance out that logic with the heart center. And if you guys need support, I am available on the Soul Circle. I'm there. I am chatting. I am present. This is a great time to connect in the Soul Circle. And I'm going to put the link in the description box, and I'm going to attach the video at the end. If you want to book your own personal reading, coaching session, or healing session, you can also go to my website at queenoflight1111.com. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.